Hey everyone, I'm Spencer. Don't know how many of you have seen the movie Free Solo, where Alex Honnold rock climbs with no rope at all. Today we're not going to be doing that. That's crazy stuff. We are going to be setting a rock climbing anchor so that we can climb a mountain safely with a rope. That way you don't go rolling down the mountain and you can climb safely and have fun too. Alright, you may think you can just climb up this big mountain and tie a rope around any rock and just hold on to it, but you'd be dead wrong, because that is probably the worst thing that you could do. So I'm going to teach you the steps and the methods to set a rock climbing anchor that all professional climbers out there, even Alex Honnold when he's climbing with the rope, they all use this method. So stay tuned. So let's preview what we're going to be doing today. First, you're going to want to gather all of your proper equipment. Second, you're going to want to identify the bolts you will be attaching to. Third, you're going to want to physically attach your anchor to those bolts. Fourth, you're going to want to pull your rope through the anchor. And lastly, you're going to want to check all carabiners, ropes, and knots. Step one, you're going to want to gather all your proper equipment and attach it to your harness. So first thing you're going to need is some quick draws. Then you're going to need your quad anchor. Then you're going to need your personal anchor, some shoes, some chalk, and lastly, you're going to need your rope tied to your harness using a double figure 8 knot, demonstrated by REI on YouTube. It's a video called How to Tie a Double Figure 8 Knot. Step 2, identify both of your anchor bolts. Check if there's any corrosion on the bolts. Both of these look great. Then take your personal anchor, pull in this on the end of the carabiner, take this carabiner, lock it in, twist this all the way tight, check it, give it a tug, and you know you're good. For step 3, we're going to attach our quad anchor to the bolts. So one by one, take the first carabiner off of your harness and clip it into the left bolt, making sure you lock it in as demonstrated before. Check it, and then you're going to go down to your harness, grab your other carabiner and lock it in to your second bolt, making sure it is also locked. We go one by one, that way we don't accidentally drop our quad all the way down the mountain. Now that we have our quad anchor in place, for step 4, we're going to be taking the rope and passing it through our anchor. So first, you're going to take the rope. You can use your teeth to help pull it up, and then take the bottom of your quad anchor, grab one carabiner, put the rope in place, grab the other carabiner, put the rope in place, making sure they're opposing. One is facing to the left, one is facing to the right. That way there's added redundancy, and then lock both in place. And then you're good. Now that you have your whole anchor system set up, you are ready to take your time and check everything that you just did, looking for damages, anything that looks wrong. So check for any kinks in the rope. This looks good, it's going through cleanly, which is important. All of these are locked in place. Everything looks good, so double, triple check. Then you are ready to take your personal anchor off. So you're going to come here, unlock this carabiner, unhook it, hook it back to your harness, and you're ready to be lowered and start climbing. To review all the steps that we just went through, step 1, we got and gathered all of our equipment together. Step 2, we identified both of our anchor bolts. Step 3, we clipped in our quad anchor to the left and right bolts. Step 4, we passed our rope through the bottom 2, locking everything in. Step 5, we checked everything, made sure it was all good before lowering and climbing. These were all the steps to create a safe rock climbing anchor so that your parents don't have to worry half to death that you're a rock climber like this. I don't need no rope. Oh no!